Hello, Jez here from nigezza.blogspot.com. I'm here to share with you another tutorial. I am going to show you two of the things that I was quite excited about when I saw the Autumn Winter catalogue, and that was that we now carry 3x3 envelopes, and I do make quite a lot of 3x3 cards, and the envelopes are quite difficult to get hold of, but now we've got them and they're in Whisper White, so they sort of coordinate if you use that colour. And the other thing are the mini pizza boxes. You get 40 envelopes in the packet of envelopes, and these mini pizza boxes, you get 8 in the packet for £5.50. I think, I can't remember, I did work that out as what it was each, but not very expensive. And they are designed to be able to take the 3x3 envelopes really well, and they're also coated so that you can put food in them, so you could put a little cookie or something in them, and they go together really easily. They're already scored and everything to make the process of putting them together really quite simple. Years ago, between school and college, I worked in a factory, an aerosol factory, and you used to change your roll along the line every couple of hours during the day so you didn't get bored. And I used to love it when I was on the boxing roll. I used to love making up the boxes at the end of the line to put the aerosols in, and this kind of reminded me of that. So that goes in there. This folds up. I think I was off camera then, sorry. This folds up and goes in there. So really simple to do. So if you haven't got a scoreboard and you're not that confident about making boxes, then this could be your answer for making a nice little box. So the idea is I'm going to make this into a little gift, and I'm going to make some cards to go in there. So I made my cards. I used some 12x12 Whisper White cardstock, and they will make 8 3x3 cards. So you just cut it in half at 6 and then cut them in strips of 3 inches, score it down the middle. I'm not going to show you how to make the cards today. If you really want me to show you how I did these cards, then leave me a comment and I'll do a video on that. Okay, so what I find with these 3x3 cards is the largest stitched framelit fits it in really nicely. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the stitched framelets, which are they do squares, circles and ovals, and I use them so much. And as you can see, the largest one sits really lovely on a 3x3 card. So I've used that on each of the cards. I've done 3 with the Fresh Frig and 3 with the Fresh Florals paper in Fresh Fig and Whisper White, and I quite like that effect that I've got there. Just putting this away, I'm doing the don't put it down, put it away, which Sam Pootles is always telling us, and I'm really bad at it, but I'm trying to get better. So I've, as you can see, I've just done the flower punch. I'm going to show you that because that's how I'm going to decorate the top of the box. This one I left simple. I've just used that pattern, and then I've just used from the mini sayings, teeny tiny sayings actually I think it's called, and I just used the word punch there for that. And then this one I've used DSP, and I've used the fancy label punch there, and then I've used I actually used the small stitch circle on the Fresh Fig, not that you can see it now because then I covered up that and cut it out with a circle die there, which was scalloped. Done a nice happy birthday there, and I've done the leaf pattern there that you might have seen me before use, and that's the starburst and the biggest circle punch we do now. And then these two without sentiments, I kind of done the same, so they've got the next size down stitch circle in DSP, and then I've used the Flower Shop punch there, and I've used the leaf punch there, and I've actually done a bit of tone on tone. I'm not sure if you can see that. You can see it better on that one. And this one I stamped with the Craft white ink and then embossed in clear to give it a little bit of sort of texture to it. So that's the cards I made, and in the box I've got 6 envelopes, and the cards fit in there quite nicely. I think because I've used dimensionals on these cards, I found that 6 fitted in nicely. You maybe fit a few more, but I've gone for 6. So this video is about how I'm going to decorate the box. Okay, so I have cut mats for the box. In Fresh Fig, these are 3 1/4 squared, so 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then I've matted it with a DSP, which is 3 by 3. And then I've cut a stitch circle, not the largest one, the next one down in the framelits, and they're just going to go nicely on like that. For the inside of the box, I'm just going to do a little saying, and on the outside of the box I'm going to do this flower again. Okay, so the saying I've chosen is your kindness means so much more than you will ever know, from the Painted Harvest. Really like that saying. I think it fit nicely into the shape that I want to do, and I am going to give this as a present. I'm going to spend the weekend with a friend of mine, and I just thought this would be nice, make a change from a bottle of wine, and it's quite a nice present, so that you've got cards on hand for multiple occasions, and you know, some of them that I've left blank can be used for anything, and some of them actually say thank yous and happy birthdays, etc. So I'm just lining that up inside there and give it a punch. And then whilst the ink's out, I'm going to do my daisy. So I've got my daisy punch lined up there. I was going to do, you might see my video where I've done the Painted Harvest flower, and then I've cut it out with the daisy punch to give it a different effect. I did toy with that idea, but I have done a video on that, and I wanted it actually to match the inside. I mean, I did toy with doing the inside going to do that in the corner. Yes, doing the inside, just going to stamp off, yeah, with the Painted Harvest daisy, and then I went with this one. Right, so that's that. Put it away, don't put it down. There we go, wash them off afterwards. And so I need my daisy punch to punch these out. I love this punch. There we go. Got a dimensional hexagon in the middle of there. They get everywhere, don't they? I keep pushing. Do you ever get that? Just punch again, because you're not going to use that. even I probably struggle to be able to reuse that. Now I have managed to mislay my tiny little 1/4 inch punch, but not to worry. I forgot to get this out, and that's why I'm now doing the put it away, don't put it down, because that's how I managed to lose it. So this one is not Stampin' Up, and it's ever so slightly bigger, I think, but it'll do quite nicely. So this one, I'll put the flower together. So I'm going to have the flower so that the petals are bowing down that way. So the way I do that is I take my paper piercer and I just run it down like that, and then they curl up really nicely. So that's outside to inside, and then they all curls up. Like so. Do it onto the. Be careful not to poke yourself with this. I don't know where I've done with the rubber end that it came with. It's probably in the box that it came in. Goodness only knows where that is. Hence why I need to put it away and not put it down. There we go. And then I'm just going to get a bit of Tombow to glue those two together. I'm using Tombow because I want the wigglage. Put too much Tombow on that. And I'm going to actually wipe a bit of it away because I don't want it oozing out, because it makes the ink run. Because it's a water-based ink, it will run. And then wiggle it around until I'm happy. And then stick centre of the flower. I've done too much again. Stick that in the middle. And what I did, don't know if you can see, then it is a little bit there. I think you see it there, a little bit glittery. Use my Winker Stella. Always makes me laugh when I call it Winker Stella, because my mother-in-law is called Stella. So I always end up thinking about her when I do this. There we go. And then I'll get a dimensional. This is just the lovely size for my dimensional, and stick that on there. But I'm not ready to stick it on yet because I ain't done the bit yet. So that's that bit. This bit's going to stick on here. Do it the right size. I think I'll use a bit of Tombow on this, so I got a bit of wigglage. I do like the effect of this starburst circle with a circle in the background, and if you use this stitched circle, it does fit nicely just inside the stitching. Can you see? I really like the way that looks. That appeals to me. Right, and then we just need to assemble it on there. So I have got my squares that I cut out, and I'm going to use Fast Fuse because it's got a shiny top surface on the inside. So I'm going to use Fast Fuse to stick that down. It does fold flat, which is lovely. So that fits in nicely on there. layer that in. So we've got 1/8 of an inch all round, so it's quite easy to centre it. And then I'm not going to pop this up on dimensionals because I need it to be flat. So I'll stick that in the middle there. Like so. I'm going to take these cards out for the moment to decorate the top. Would have probably been better off doing this before I assembled the box. Hey ho. Oops, didn't do a tick. Upside down. Gosh, there was a bit of silence there from me. That's probably because I was concentrating on lining it up right. Because you only get one shot with fast views. There we go. And then stick that in the middle. Centre it. And then the dimensional will pop it up. And just push it down like so. And that allows the petals to still fall like so. And now we need to stick the sides on. So we've got pre-cut, and so I'm going to use Tombow. I'm on film. I'm going to use Tombow, otherwise it will just go horribly wrong. So one little, so it's 1/4 of an inch around. Give me a little bit of wiggly wiggly. Got a bit of ooze in because I put slightly too much on, but I can take that off. With my adhesive remover, which we don't sell anymore, which is a shame, but you can get them other places. I actually already had mine. Actually got mine from Creative Memories years ago. Anybody remember Creative Memories? I think they might still be going in America, but they're not over here. But, I got well into Creative Memories, bought absolute shed loads of stuff, and I still got some of their blank albums which I've not filled in yet. And then the last one. Oh, proper wiggled that one. Joy with Tombow is I do get, my hands do get sticky with it. And I am going to stick it to the box using it because, again, I want some wigglage. So I'll just stick that round there. I don't remember the egg boxes that we had in the spring summer catalogue, and people used a spritzer and re-inkers and some rubbing alcohol. I did do that and was partially successful, but what I found, and it might have been that I saturated it too much, was that because of the lining that's food safe, that it kind of all went a bit speckledy on the inside. So I didn't quite like that look, so I just ended up keeping it for me. I'll show you. So I did it with some Night of Navy rinkers. It's got a bit of a mottled look there, and on the inside you can see that it's a bit speckly. So I use this now as a container for my 3x3 envelopes. That's a card I made, having a go at the blenders. Okay, that's another tutorial for later, slight little preview there. So that's my little box done. Open it up. We've got a nice little sentiment there, and here is our envelopes and our cards, and I'm going to leave on the top the one that matches the lid. So yeah, cute little present for someone. You can obviously do it in whichever colour you like. This is one of my favourite colours, which is why I've done it. So all the measurements will be on my blog, and I'll put some close-ups of the cards as well. If you want me to make the cards, then do let me know. Make a comment, go to my Facebook page, Nigezza Creates on Facebook, or comment on my blog. Okay, nigezza.blogspot.com. See you again soon.